Hey everyone, Strangers123 here today with yet another replay cast. We're looking at a Midway game I played off my stream. Figured it'd be an interesting one to showcase. Perhaps more so because of the way it actually ends up playing out, with my opponent here being a absolute justice in, of course, a kind of an AA division. I mean, it's one Minotaur, it's not two ships at least, but still a Minotaur, which could be, of course, rather annoying on a map like this because you can kind of just end up parking behind, places like here, and it's a pretty nice denial zone around C and D. We have this kid at Des Moines who's in a division with a double battleship, so not the world's best, but it's not too bad either. We do get a double Bismarck and the Gascoigne on top of a Xianyang, so I mean, we get two destroyers, they get two destroyers, they're all Nevi. I mean, this guy spams torpedoes faster, and this guy's torps ain't the world's best, so I guess they really got the better end of the stick there. We get a Netherlands, they get a Neptune, so more anti-aircraft there, and they get a Monty, North Carolina, so they definitely have a little bit on the better end of anti-aircraft, but I don't really feel too worried about that. Anyways, considering the fact that he's in a division, chances are he got more of a spawn up here compared to my spawn down here. So, for some reason, we've got one. No, we have two divisions, they have one, but they've got a two-man division, we've got three-man, so I guess this could have been balanced a little bit better by, I don't know, giving them the tier 8 division and us keeping the top tier, so we'd have, more top tiers in a division, and they'd have a few more. Anyways, I'm launching my fighters onto the western side of the map. As you can see, torpedo bombers are following up, so this is a disruptive opening. Mostly because it's, I'd rather have a disruptive opening, and I don't want to meddle around the middle, so I'm just going to pull my stuff over to the west. Now, on stream right now, I'm thinking to myself, well, I mean, a tag fight really doesn't go in anyone's favor, so what I'm doing is I'm actually splitting my strike against both sides of the map right now, and I'm kind of like he wants me to strafe, right? He's clearly trying to bait me into strafing, so I'm gonna just re-tag, and we're basically just gonna play the tag game here because, well, it's kind of just down to RNG, and the teams at the starting phases are still blobbed enough that I don't think he's going to necessarily get the world's best strike off. Now, the reason I'm kind of making this weird mess of a strike plane split is mostly because I wanna play a mind game with my opponent here, mostly because, I mean, I didn't anticipate ending up in a click fight this early, so let's just get that out of the way. This is not my initial intention. He's going to drop on a Xianyang, which is, I mean, it's a destroyer at this point. It's this map. We're not going to win this on destroyers, realistically speaking. So I get the fighter, I get complete fighter victories, killed by Xianyang. I didn't actually really fully noticed that, and he's only used one squad, I believe, so he's going to likely get his torpedo bombers off, and, well, I mean, he's definitely off to the better start here, because he's killed a tier 8 destroyer, well, he's killed a destroyer, and I'm about to just drop on a Tirpitz, who has actually damage control partied, I believe, so, bit of a nice bit of luck there. I can actually potentially, click that away. Do a fair share of damage, obviously I've done more total damage than him, but he's killed a destroyer, so basically, what I do here is number 2 strafing down there, just because it's a 2-plane squad. 1 plane kill is enough for me, and I'm going to wipe it, so, I mean, the cycle time's a bit longer than just flying it down there and landing it, but the intention was basically to wipe it. He does just my attempted return path strafe, and I spot the enemy's AFK Montana now, as I do actually get the flooding on the Tirpitz, so he's killed 1, I've killed 1. Points-wise, obviously, that would be giving us more of an advantage. However, well, what can I say? He's killed a destroyer. I mean, like I said, it's not going to be the world's biggest thing, because they have a Neptune and a Minolol, so, it's not really... It's about getting rid of the stuff so we can push through, and, I mean, our team seems to have the advantage on the western flank, and I'm dropping on the enemy Montana right now. This TIE Bomber is a bit of a wasted squad, to be honest, but, what can I do? Hit 5 out of 6 on the Montana. Maybe I could have gotten an extra hit if I dropped it slightly closer, but I think his AA was on, so I didn't want to risk a bleed. He's not clicking on anything, so it's fine, and, I mean, I figured he's AFK, so I'm gonna... I mean, I clicked on the enemy CV. This squadron, I'm just gonna try to kite it between the Mogami and Midway's anti-aircraft, and I clicked the Montana as well, but oh dear, he woke up! So that's a bit of an unfortunate wake-up. I mean, it would have been a free kill, but hey, I guess in the name of fairness, we at least woke him up, right? And, well, he notices, but I'm gonna be cheeky and in chat a little bit and say, hey, at least I woke his ass up by dropping on him, right? And there we go. I mean, I'm trying to retreat this bomber because he's coming to kill it, but I realize, hold on, I can't do that because the Yugenbo's over there. But then and again, he's also so far away that just keeping this here isn't really the world's most useful thing, and the enemy Minotaur just team kills Herarch Levi, so what a useful thing for me there. I didn't even need to do anything about that. Where the hell did he... I mean, the Minotaur's over there, so he must... Oh, he must have torpedoed Levi, torpedoed Des Moines. Rip. Regardless, there's nothing I can do for this Yugenbo. It really is just up to the Yugenbo evading, so... And now I'm just gonna like, you know what, I'm gonna suicide this dive bomber. Let's see if he's paying attention enough, because... I mean, he knows it's an empty squadron, because he saw it up there, but the question is if he's gonna bother microing to turn the AA off, which obviously would be the right thing to do, because he knows he's so far away, no one's gonna shoot him. So yeah, Yugenbo's getting dropped, but as we can see, this is way too far away. Yugenbo could actually attempted a slowdown to slip through these torpedoes because of the circle around, but I don't think he really realized that. So he's basically hoping for luck right now, because if he gets forced to turn, he's likely going to take these two, unless he wanted the correct move would have just been to sail in a straight line, but he already made the turn into the bigger gap, so he actually completely gets away with 0 damage taken. I'm naturally going to deploy some fighters up there, because chances are he's going to be trying to deal with this Yugenbo. Of course, I don't want to take a click fight with him. But, I mean, if his fighters are dawdling around the Yugenbo, my fighters are dawdling around the Yugenbo, we both get free attacks. The question is, where do I get the attacks off, and where does he get the attacks off? I don't want to take a click fight 2 versus 1 at the moment, because, well, you might be wondering, why have we not, any of us, done any counterstrafing? Now, I obviously don't know about my opponent, but I have reason to believe that he knows what a counterstrafe is. So what we're basically seeing here is a degeneration of gameplay back to clickfighting, because neither wants to risk, basically, yeah, no, I don't want to risk giving him all of my fighters because I strafed first, and of course, if he knows what counterstrafing is, then he obviously doesn't want to do the exact same thing. So he doesn't want to counterstrafe or disengage strafe out of me and my click fights, because he knows that if he does so, he's going to lose everything for free. So what that basically means is, if you do get in a click fight, it just devolves into, well, a click fight, and nothing else is going to happen about it. It's just a matter of, well, if you get lucky enough that you have some allied anti-aircraft in the tag, and if he doesn't have an allied anti-aircraft in the tag, then, well, you win. It's just that simple. And that's kind of what happened with the previous squad, unless I actually happened to get a panic tag on him. Anyways, he's left our Yugenbo be for the moment. He's probably going to realize that hold on a moment. He attacked the Montana earlier, and the Yugenbo's probably effed off by now. I didn't actually strafe there. I was trying to bait him into a breakaway strafe, but clearly didn't think to happen, so it's just a little bit of a tag there, and seeing if I can't force him to bring his fighter in. I don't intend to strafe it on the retreat path, because it's not really worth it. He didn't seem to anticipate me going for the Montana fully, so the other fighter that he had, you can see it's coming in there, was a little bit too late, so that's going to be a kill for me on the Montana. Useful, save the Kerfuffle. This guy was shit-talking, saying, Kerfuffle, you're dead. He's going to die, because he's in well deep, you know. Half of our losses, the majority of our losses have actually been on this flank. Anyways, he's just going to sit a tag on my healthy torpedo bomber. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I want to do about it, because I want to try to suppress his attacks. My attacks have already served its purpose, and, like, what am I going to do? Try to use a single torpedo bomber squadron against the Minotaur? That's just, it's equally just a waste. Anyways, I'm going to double tag his fighter a little bit, see if I can bait a reaction out of him. He clearly didn't want to react to this, and I'm watching on the map. He's not keen on reacting to it. And I do want to click on the Neptune right now, so well, I mean, we'll just see what happens with the fighters, right? Anyways, click on the Neptune, goes off, just panicking that. It's down to 2 planes, and the float plane fighter is coming in for the tag. So I'm going to go in and try to tag the other plane, just to, you know, get it out of the way. Fighter's not going in my favor, but it doesn't matter. It's an equal trade that I am perfectly satisfied with, and I do get a click on the Neptune, so that's nice as well. Other squadron gets wiped. This squadron is lining up. You can't actually line anything other than the Tashkent at this point, and we do wipe the vast majority of it. So I'm going to leave the last plane. I don't care too much about it. The anti-aircraft combined there is likely going to wipe it out, and he misses at the Tashkent because it's a very fast ship. I was hoping I'd at least keep 1 plane on my other squadron, but that doesn't seem to happen, and I lose 1 to rear gunner, so he actually gets the slightly better end of the trade here, but I'm fine with this, because I've disrupted and made a mess out of his strikes, so, I mean, Midway fighter replacements are pretty sizable. Going in for an attempt to tag, he's breaking away from a strafe, but I didn't actually strafe, so hey, I guess I'm not obvious enough for that, right? So he dodges that and then gets straight into tag fight because I never strafed. So I'm hoping that a little bit of long range anti aircraft will get a couple of kills for me, and that definitely did just happen. So that's incredibly useful for me. But then fails that kind of hits on his end, and he gets a couple more kills, but swings back in around on my end. This should be a fight to win for me because I believe one of these guys shot down one plane. So there we go. And now it's just back in trying to tag and just stay a tag with the dive bombers. Sure, I might lose one to the rear gunners, but that's not a major deal at all. The enemy fighters are completely out of the match right now, so I get a free strike while his was intercepted. Fail strafing, he's going to try to dodge for that, but I do actually clip one with it, so now it's just a matter of sitting a baited attack, because I'm out of ammo. He might not know this, but I'm out of ammo, so I'm basically just trying to bait him into doing some strafe evasion. But and again, staying in around here. I'm pretty sure by this point nothing has happened. He must have figured that, hold on, he's actually out of ammo. So I go with the, yeah, he's out of ammo kind of deal. I don't actually, in hindsight, I should have stayed it there and kept microing it to just give a little bit of extra potential for anti-aircraft. Neptune realizes they need to replace his ship because he's under air attack. He's making the wrong move here, even though I'm making the absolute wrong drop. But I'm gonna get rather lucky with this. I should have not rushed this. I should have moved this squadron in and came in for the anvil over here. But it's actually not going to turn out to matter because, well, that was an engine jam, and if he doesn't damage on the engine jam instantly, he's not going to be able to pick up the speed and rudder to actually get himself back in the swing around. So we actually end up taking those and goes down. Incredibly useful. Anyways, enemy carrier is going to get his free strike off because, again, my desynchronized fighters compared to his strike planes now. So, that guy's going dead. There's not really much I can do about it. Now I'm going to go click on his division mate friend. And it's fine for them to have two caps because we've got the points, we've got the ships. It's over. This game is pretty much won for us. So it's just a matter of me trying to make a mess out of the enemy carrier as much as possible and try to pick up whatever damage I can. As we see, I'm really far away because I kind of had to deal with the stuff behind, but now it's time for me to start pushing up. I should actually not be advancing up here, I should be advancing straight towards here, because chances are I'll kill this enemy Minotaur. It is his div mate, so now it's just a matter of, sending some fighters over to either stop him from messing with me, or send some fighters over to stop him from messing with his stuff, so he wants to come along and do something about it. Both my squads are empty, and I am fully paying attention to these. I am fully aware that he's going to attempt to strafe, but he's actually just tagging big, so I'm going to break that away and just keep it near the Minotaur. Just, again, waste his ammo on it. I don't care about this dive bomber. It's empty. I have more than enough replacements. He's going to kill one squadron. That's not a big deal at all. Just keeping him here and just a little bit longer to keep the Minotaur temporarily spotted. Just that little bit more. Anyways, using the other fighters, I'm more or less intent on keeping the team reasonably protected. And there we go, we spot the enemy Midway. That's important because Tashkin can easily just spam HE on that. Obviously running concealment expertise on the enemy Midway because that's pretty much a required tier 4 skill for your captain. So he's going to find himself being set on fire and whatnot. So that's all nice and fine on my end. If he gets set on fire and killed, it means that I don't have to bother microing anything about his aircraft because, well, there's nothing he can do about it. Regardless, he's sending a fighter up here to intercept my fighter, because, as we can see, I'm just trying to mess with his strike, and if I can force him to bring all his fighters back up to his own ship, I can freely click the enemy Minotaur again. He's kind of getting it away, and I personally don't care. He's still got another fighter down there. I don't necessarily want to take a click fight with him yet. I want to wait for my second fighter to get up there so that we're taking equal timing, so that he doesn't get too much time where he can do a 2 versus 1. But unfortunately, I do kind of end up just deciding to take the click fight right there. In hindsight, a little bit of a mistake. And there you go. Well, I lose first plane. But, I mean, RG can either... You kind of go swing both favors. And he actually has a damaged squad over there. So that actually pays off reasonably well for me. He can't sustain a fight there. So he actually pulls one of the other squadron away. And I'm just going to go insta-tag it on. I have plane advantage. And I'm pretty sure I just got panic advantage on him as well. So this is going to be a complete wipe for me. And I shouldn't lose too many fighters on this squadron either, so now I'm just keeping my torpedo bombers around, just waiting to get a move on. The Midway is likely going to die long before I get to play with him, so I'm just going to ignore it. I'm going to send my torpedo bombers down there to finish off the enemy's Minotaur. And I wonder if I actually know this guy. Might. Whatever. I guess I could take up on my own. Regardless, enemy fighters are getting annihilated. Enemy Midway went down, so there's no more no more planes to really kill about. I mean, I could try to kill off the rest of the stuff, but it's not going to get me clear skies. So pretty much just going to ignore that. I'm just going to finish off his Minotaur division mate, and this is the importance of having HE clicked him earlier, because as you can see, his anti-aircraft isn't really having that great of a time anymore. So he's full turn, so that is the kill. This is really just a complete waste of a squad, because the first one's going to kill him, and there we go, enemy Minotaur taken out. So really, is there anything to say about this game other than, well, it was just watch the fight, watch the amazing fighter gameplay exhibited by both of us. This is, of course, me being worried that my opponent may potentially know what know what counterstrafing is, and therefore I don't want to disengage strafe. And if he knows that I can counterstrafe, then he's not going to disengage strafe, because that means it's going to be free killed. And it's not like he doesn't know what strafing is, because he obviously tried a few and he dodged my strafing. So that should be obvious enough there. And this is kind of the issue I have with the way currently fighters work. It's if you do get put in a disadvantaged situation, well, it's not an issue. It's, how can I put it? Being punished for mistakes is good, right? Looking at you, battleships. But in this case, it's just way too fixed and binary. If you get your fighters white, well, you lose replacements first of all, so your late game gets hampered. So you can't sustain these losses. Otherwise, you're eventually going to run out of planes, and that's going to make a bad situation even worse for you. On top of that, it means that the enemy gets freely to make attacks as long as your fighters aren't there, and it is down to your team to do something about it. And granted, I don't want to give too much influence to aircraft carriers. You can't just say, oh, but, the team needs to work together, but if they don't work together, we need to give them the carrier some kind of mechanic so that they can do something about enemy attacks, even though your fighters got shot down. And it really just showcases the absolute importance of fighters in the current build of World of Warships aircraft carriers, if you want to put it that way. Regardless, I don't want to get too much into a rant about aircraft carriers at this point. I just wanted to showcase this rather uninteresting game overall, just mostly because of how the way fighters work. That's really about it, because if you have a game where it's just everyone strafing at each other, then I guess it's a lot more interesting, but at the end of the day, there is the golden rule of top tier carrier gameplay, and when I say top tier, it means whoever knows how to counter strafe. If both people do know how to counter strafe, then it is almost certainly a actually fitting rule. Whoever strafes first loses, because whoever strafes first gets counter strafed and loses all the shit for free. Of course, it depends on the distance between tags and how much reaction time you have, but if you're given enough reaction time and the UI doesn't screw you, then if you strafe out, the other guy's going to murder the squad strafing out, and if you try to strafe on another squad on top of that and disengage it, then, well, he's going to kill that on top. So, if, let's say, two squads maintain a click fight, then, you can just strafe it, right? You disengage strafe one. It's too difficult to explain like this. I'd rather just show it, and I can't be arsed. So I'm going to end this replay cast here, a lot shorter of a replay cast than you might normally expect from me when it comes to aircraft carriers, but I hope you guys enjoyed it regardless. If you did, give me a like. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more aircraft carrier content like this, and other replay analysis content where we cover the goods, bads, and suggestions for a gameplay based off people's replay submissions. This one, of course, was one of my own. And share it with your friends. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.